Alright folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's great to see you. I hope you're doing well. We're going to be going through the rest of these matches in round 3 over in Rome very shortly. Before we do, like the video if you would, get yourself subscribed to the channel if you're not. Appreciate it if you did. Very close, making a nice strong march towards that 1.1k mark, so get yourself involved. I'd love to have you. First things first, did we enjoy the games yesterday? I didn't have not an official for that. I just sat on the Musetti in the Alcaraz game for the outrights. I was rather pleased with them. Well, let me know. Share the group. Did you win? Did you lose? Did you come close? Don't be shy. But now all that is out the way, we shall waste no more time and we'll get right into it. So first off, for us, we have got Hugo Dellien, Alex de Minaur. I'm going with Alex de Minaur on this one. He is a massive favourite, heavily favourite to get this one done, as we pretty much all expected. Played each other twice before. I haven't played each other for a few years. I don't think it matters anymore. Alex de Minaur won both of them, and I think he wins this one too. Massive spread, probably covers it. I think he gets it done in straight sets. I think it's as easy as 1-2 and done for the Demon today. And that's not taking anything away from Hugo Dellien. We are more than aware of this guy's capabilities on the clay. He's practically made of clay. He doesn't touch any other surface. But there's just levels. And I don't want to sound like I'm being disrespectful, but I think the only chance Hugo Dellien stands at taking a set off Alex de Minaur today is if complacency begins to creep in, or we have just got a massive lapse in concentration from the Demon. Personally, I can't see it happening. There is possibilities for Hugo Dellien to make this lad work at times throughout this game. Ultimately, I don't think he'll come close. I don't. It should be short and sweet. You probably agree. Got to be going with the Demon on that. 1.3 straight sets. Sound parlay piece. It's a sound parlay piece. I mean, if he for some reason drops a set to Hugo Dellien and you take that, you'll feel sick. So I don't know how you feel about it. You let me know. But there's probably only one outcome in that, right? You tell me. But we'll move on. Tommy Paul, Thomas Machac. I can't wait for this one. This is the one. Excuse me. This is the one I'm looking forward to most. This is most definitely the one for me. Again, Tommy Paul are slight favourites here. Oh my god, my voice is going. Excuse me, I do apologise. It's not the best start, that. Getting Tommy Paul are a slight favourite, around 1.65, 1.7. I mean, they've played each other twice before. Tommy Paul's never beat him. Okay, they were both on the hard court last year. Both in 3 sets as well. Close games. You know, we expect. I feel like these are quite evenly matched, fairly evenly matched. Americans don't crucify me. I think Thomas Machac is just a little bit better on the day. I just do. I could be right, I could be wrong. It's up for debate most definitely, but that's just how I feel about it. I think Thomas Machac beats him again. I do. On paper, I'm looking at the statistics here from the last games, and okay, Tommy Paul is obviously going to be ahead slightly in the numbers, but you're going to be against Bautista Agut. I expected nothing less from Tommy Paul against him in that one. Pretty much same with Thomas Machac against Lern Etienne. Routine win. Just a routine win. Like, what more do you expect? Safe to say the pair of them will most definitely have to up the game in this one. Not that they played bad in the first one, but like I said, it was just not really passive, it was just easy. It was easy. This one, not so much. Now, I do know that Tommy Paul has got quite a couple of points to defend in this one. He did get to the semi-finals last year, so that always stands for something. Maybe he's going to turn up, maybe 3 times the charm and all that. Maybe he gets this one done. Maybe he just succumbs to the moment. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think it's easy to get past Thomas Machac. He's very good. He's a very good player on the day. Better than most. better than most. He's a little bit younger than Tommy Paul. If anything, I think he's good. He should be good for at least a set. Here's my verdict on Thomas Machac. He wins the games that I think he will. He even wins some that I think he won't. And who doesn't love that? But the ones that he loses are usually the ones that we can identify. And if they're not, this guy pulls out all the time. He's won 6 of his last 10. 2 of the 4 losses he's pulled out, and the other 2, one to De Minaur, one to Jacob Fearnley. He's took a set off both of them. I think that backs up my point, at least for the recent amount of games anyway. Tommy Paul, pretty much identical there. He's won 6 of his last 10. He's been beat by Medvedev, Cerundolo, Jensen Brooksby, Jack Draper. 3 of them were straight set wins. I don't know, maybe that stands for something, maybe it doesn't stand for anything. My point is, like I said at the start, I just think Thomas Machac is a little bit better. Would it be fair to say a bit more trustworthy in this spot? Absolutely not. I think on paper, you look at the clay records overall on the season, and it's not for the season, just overall, since they started, 130 to 71 for Tommy Paul, 85 to 51 for Thomas Machac. Don't forget, Tommy Paul has been playing on the tour for 3 more years than Thomas Machac as well, so that kind of checks out. It's not giving us much to work with. We've just got to go off what we know. What's your gut telling you? What's your heart telling you on this? You're going to have to pick a side. It very, very may, it could go either way, but I imagine I would have said that about the previous 2, and they've all went one way. But with that being said, they've been anything but one-sided. Could just be an overspot. Safe play could be an overspot. I think Thomas Machac could be good for a set. I would rather take Thomas Machac for a set at 1.4, 1.45 than Tommy Paul for one around 1.2. That's just my opinion. I don't think Tommy Paul comes out and wins him in straight sets. I don't. I think you're going to have to work a little bit harder than what you did against Bautista Agut, and I'm not saying he's not capable of doing so. He most definitely is, but at a dog price there, plus money, even before I seen the price, I seen the matchup and I went, yeah, Thomas Machac. I've seen this one. I think Thomas Machac has got just enough, like literally just enough to deal with Tommy Paul. Baseline game is shit hot as well. I'd lean towards him. I really would. I was going to pick him anyway, and he's at plus money. I'm very, very tempted. If it's pinned, it's pinned. If it's not, it's not. Thomas Machac for the win, or just for the set, is the ideal parlay piece, in my opinion. But we'll move on to Jakob Mensah and Fabian Marozsan. It's another one. This will be another banger this. You get a Mensah around 1.6. They've never played each other before. Hands up, who's been impressed with Fabian Marozsan since we've come on the clay? He's been really good, has he not? 7-3 as opposed to 4-2 for Mensah. Marozsan's just got past Joao Fonseca and Rublev. Now on paper, he was a dog in both of them. You'd look at that and go, very, very good, very well. But in hindsight, and don't take this the wrong way, it's no disrespect, I'm not putting anyone down. I don't want any of the Brazilians to try and come after me. I'm not shitting on your boy, but I don't think Fonseca was physically ready for this, or was pretty much as physically prepared for this as I may have thought. He was dealing with, was it his shoulder, elbow? I don't know, he was a bit banged up, wasn't he? So maybe the loss against Marozsan, we should have seen it coming. And then the one against Rublev as well, it's the exact same. Seeing it coming a mile off. It weren't an upset. Even though he was a dog, he was not an upset. Far from it. Close game. Rublev did take a set. Could have won that. I say he could have won it. Could he? I'm not so sure anymore. Thought Mensah looked alright against Matteo Gigante. 2 very tight sets though, this is the thing. Very close sets. I thought Gigante played well. Tiebreaker in the first, 7-5 in the second. don't know, man. I think, how much further do we think Fabio Marizan's going to get? He did just get to the semi-final over in Munich. He got beat by Zverev. I think he could beat Mensah, you know. I think he could pull off the upset in this one, even though it wouldn't feel like this. Does feel more like a coin flip than more favoured towards Mensah. It's just that serve. It's just that serve of Mensah. It's a bit unfair, isn't it? I mean, if that's working for him, it doesn't matter who he's playing. There's enough 3 points in that. I say it all the time about him. If you've got a serve in a service game like Jakub Mensah on the day, there's not a lot many people, if anyone, can do about it, really. You can pretty much dictate every point off that first serve. It's so good. But once it starts to fail, you know, he's got a couple of backup plans, but I think Fabio Marizan most definitely will make him work for this one. I'm not saying he's very reliant on the serve, but it is a massive part of his game, the main part of his game. And I feel like it's going to be the main factor in this one. 1.6, that seems a little steep. I don't know. I could definitely see Fabio Marizan doing this one. I could. You beat Joao Fonseca, you beat Rublev as a dog in the last two. You're a dog in this as well, I think. I think the bookies should know better. I really do. Prime upset spot this. Mensah, you just don't know what you're going to get from him. I never know what I'm going to get from Mensah. He can look like the best in the world. Like, remember Miami? Remember how good he was in Miami? And then remember how shit he was against Yannick Hanfmann? The contrast in levels between those few games is just unbelievable. And you can't even say fatigue was a factor either, because he had about 2 weeks off in between winning that title and then going over to Munich. I'm slightly concerned. Slightly concerned. I think it'll be a tough one. I don't think there's a clear winner in this. I really don't. With the price being the way it is, I'd probably look at Fabio Marizan for his set, maybe. I think Mensah does him in straight sets. Think he'll be too strong? I'm not too sure. We'll wait and see. We'll crack on to Marcus Giron, Hubert Hurkacz. Now my question for this one, my main question being, is Hubert Hurkacz going to hold up as well as he did against Pedro Martinez? Now, we all know a win against Pedro Martinez, it's not impersonal, but this season it probably doesn't stand for much. A win against him on the clay, okay, I'll take that, but even still, he's been quite dumb this year, so if you're going to get a win against anyone, it's probably going to be against someone like Pedro Martinez, right? I'm a bit torn with Marcus Giron here, because I'm still thinking back to that game against Taylor Fritz. Taylor Fritz did not look that good at all. But I don't necessarily know what he was doing wrong. Like I said the other day, I thought Marcus Giron played a very, very strong game. He dealt with Taylor Fritz really well. He looked really good. Hubert Hurkacz, it's been quite some time since I've seen him look good. And he's not going to lose every game, even if he's out of form, or we say he's never been the same since the injury. He's never going to lose every single game. There will be games that he wins. Fuck, there'll be tournaments where he'll have decent runs. It's Hubert Hurkacz. He's fantastic. It's just been some time since I've seen him play anything like the Hubie that I know. A win's a win. He'll be happy with that. It'll do wonders for his confidence. It's just a bit too soon for me to go, you know what? Hubert Hurkacz 1.4 against Marcus Giron, who has just slapped the shit out of Taylor Fritz. I don't know, man. I don't know. They've played each other 3 times before, seen each other 3 times over the years, twice last year, one on the hard court, one on the grass. Hubert Hurkacz has won all 3 of these. He can beat Marcus Giron. I know Hubert Hurkacz can beat Marcus Giron today, especially on the clay. He's better. He's better on the clay than Marcus Giron. He just is. It's a fact. But will he? Do we think he should be 1.4? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just overthinking this one. Maybe Hubie just turns up and just saves him off the court. You let me know. You tell me. And then we've got a few more. I think we're halfway. Couple massive favourites. These two will be really quick. And then we've got another two very interesting ones to finish us off. So if anyone's still watching and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Do me a favour. Do yourself a favour. We go every day on the tennis over here. Every tournament, every match. Believe that. We are very, very consistent. But who've we got? Who've we got now? Look at this, 1.17. Got Francisco Cerundolo. Sebastian Ofner head-to-head is 2-0 to Cerundolo. Now, I don't think you need me to tell you who's probably going to win this one. Or at least who I think's going to win this one. That's right. I think Cerundolo gets it done. Now, I said the other day, and it remains the same, I remain impressed with Sebastian Ofner. I said he was going to be big foe. I knew it. We called that one. I just had a feeling. Just had a feeling he's been playing good. I don't think we've mentioned it enough. Like, is he back to winning ways? It most definitely seems that way, but Francisco Cerundolo, man, I mean, come on. Apart from the odd game, and I really do mean the odd game, like more so that Ben Shelton match, or not even the Casper Ruud game. Like, I didn't think he'd beat Casper Ruud. I know a lot of people did, but he's been going deep, man. He's been playing so well all year. Semi-finals over in Munich. Sorry, I'm just getting comfortable. I'm all fucked up here. Semi-finals over in Munich. Got beat by Shelton. A little bit disappointing, but it wasn't really. It was a tough game, 2-1. He done well. Shelton just done better. And then semi-finals again in Madrid against Casper Ruud. He looked good against Nicolas Jarry. You all called that. You said he'll beat Nicolas Jarry. And he did. Straight sets. Rather routine. I think everyone's probably saying the same, but I think Cerundolo is most definitely a bit of a sleeper for this French Open, is he not? I'm not saying he's going to win it. But I imagine come the Roland Garros, there's going to be quite a few of us with some Cerundolo tickets for an outright, or at least for some, quarter or semi-finals, most definitely. Probably going to beat Sebastian Ofner, isn't he? Be surprised if he gets beat, I would be really surprised if he gets beat. If Sebastian Ofner turns up and plays 10 times better than what I actually think he's going to play, then so be it. The odds aren't that great anyway, but excuse me, the mouse has just decided to stop working. Fucking great that, innit? Yeah, it'd be Cerundolo. Straight sets. If you're brave, just take him in the straight sets. I think he could get that one done. I think it's more than doable. Is this gonna work? Can't believe this. Oh, here we go, we're working again. Yeah, we'll just move on. Anyway, yeah, it's Cerundolo. Every day of the week. I don't think it matters. Have they played each year 2 times before? That mouse just cutting out has completely thrown me there. I do apologise, folks. We've already went through all this one, yeah. Be Cerundolo and straight. And then the next one, we've got Jannik Sinner. Jesper de Jong. Sinner. Inner. It's going to be Sinner, this one. All day. You're getting de Jong at a 10-1 dog. What on earth is that? What did he... There's so much to unpack about this. I mean, I'm not going to waste too much time on it because it's just going to be Jannik Sinner in it. 1-2 and done to Jannik Sinner. Played each other last year at the Australian Open. 6-2. 6-2. 6-2 for Jannik Sinner. Obviously. 1.04. That should be illegal. I was just going to say he's won his last 10 games. He's only just come back, but he's essentially still on a 10-game winning streak. Probably even more than that. This only goes back the last 10 games. You'll have to check yourself. 8-0 on the season. De Jong 17-14. 13-9 on the clay. He's been good. What did he do to Guile? That was embarrassing. Jesper de Jong, you fucking, that was unfair what you done to him. That was so embarrassing. I could not believe what I was watching. Great stuff, but you are a bad man, son. I mean, that was an absolute beatdown. An absolute beatdown. Davidovich Fokina looked like he wanted to fucking cry halfway through that game. Massive spread, massive dog, massive spread. Did Navone cover that spread against Yannick Sinner? That was 5.5. I think he did. He did indeed. Take the spread with Jesper de Jong. Just take it, sit and hope. Pray for a good match, just play for a close one. You don't need that many. You can buy a game. Fuck, even buy two. 1.04 for Yannick Sinner. You're not going anywhere near that. Let's be real. Jesper de Jong plus them points would be the value pick there. Yannick Sinner in straight sets is around 1.2, just about. You do with that what you will. If you're that confident he's just going to get this one done dead easy, then parlay piece it up as much as you want. But we'll move on. We've got two more. With Jaume Munar, Sebastian Korda. What is going to happen in this one, sir? Excuse me. Jaume Munar, man, this guy is impossible, isn't he? This guy is just impossible. In a good way. What did he do to Ben Shelton? I know I told you the other day I wasn't awake for it, and I haven't even went back and watched the highlights. I'm rather worried too. I'm a bit concerned about what I might see. 6-2, 6-1. Fuck me, that's horrendous. Like I said, I do not even want to go and review the footage of that. Apologise if that's just cut out there, folks. Someone was at the door. What was you saying? Where were we? Ben Shelton, Jaume Munar. Yeah, this guy's just impossible. Very hard to get a read on. Fantastic against Ben Shelton. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but it happened. Whatever happened. 6-2, 6-1. Absolute beatdown. Absolute bullying. That was like a prison beatdown, that. I thought Korda looked decent against Vukic as well, although Vukic has been quite shit this year. It's a decent win for Korda, nonetheless. 6-3, 6-4. Rather routine, pretty standard, not much to take away from that. Very, very impressed with Jaume Munar against Ben Shelton, but like I say, I didn't watch the match, so I don't know how shit Ben Shelton was. My guess is he was pretty goddamn fucking awful, just going off that. And that's not taking anything away from Munar, but come on, let's just be real. I didn't think it was going to go like that. I thought he'd have been good for at least one set, or at least a tiebreaker would have been Ben Shelton, but evidently not. Very close. Odds are very close on this one, folks. You're getting Sebastian Korda around 1.7, 1.75. They've played each other once before, back in 22. That went the way of the American 6-4, 6-1 on the indoor hard court. I don't know, man. It's not enough. I'm not getting blinded by that last performance from Jaume Munar and going, you know what? He's going to do it. He's going to do it. If he can do it against Shelton, he'll do it against Sebastian Korda, because it'll be just like him to put in a performance like that and turn up and just get dusted in straight sets by Korda today. You would not be shocked if that happened, be honest. 1.7. I think the reasonable thing would probably just to be going with Sebastian Korda. Now that sounds really stupid, I know. Compared to Jaume Munar, especially on the clay, he doesn't compare. Statistically, it doesn't compare. But that's very close. Them odds are very, very close. It's essentially a 50-50. I get it. I do get it, but I just think Sebastian Korda's a little bit better. I don't trust Sebastian Korda at all. But I don't trust Jaume Munar. I trust Jaume Munar less than what I trust Korda, and we'll just leave it at that. I think it'll be a close game, exciting one to watch. You let me know who's going to take that, and then we'll wrap this shit up with Matteo Berrettini and Casper Ruud. Well, what do we have here? These have seen each other quite a lot over the years. Head to head is 4-3 to Casper Ruud. Berrettini did get that done in straight sets last time out, 2023 United Cup. You know, you can have United Cup, but Casper Ruud got it done in the US Open over in Gstaad, and then yeah, he's pretty much the 4 games they've played on the clay. Casper Ruud's won 3 of them. I know Berrettini's very good on the clay, but I think Casper Ruud's just a little bit better. I know Berrettini's a fantastic tennis player too, but I think Casper Ruud is just a little bit better. Casper, you know, considering he's coming off that title over in Madrid, showing no signs of slowing down, seems good to go. Some could say fresh off the title in Madrid. Matteo Berrettini, he looked decent enough against Jacob Fernley, even though Fernley managed to keep it close. I knew that he would. Very happy with that. I don't know, I think if Jacob Fernley can push it around like that a little bit, I think Casper Ruud's going to have a little bit of a better chance, if not a lot better go. Or I think he'll have a better go at you than what Jacob Fernley did. I really do. Now, are we at the point where are we just waiting for fatigue to creep in for Casper Ruud? If he just loses this game, is that going to be the excuse? Possibly. I think he beats him. Although, when did Casper Ruud play 2 days ago? Yeah, you'd say they both played 2 days ago. I've just watched Berrettini play a rather long match of doubles with his brother against Musetti and Sonego. Tiebreaker in the first. It was like 6-2, something like that in the second, and then the third was obviously a tiebreaker as well. And he looked a little bit, I don't know. He looks how he looks. You know how it is with Berrettini. He's very solid behind the serve. He doesn't necessarily need to rely on movement that much throughout the entirety of the game. As long as he can stand behind the serve, he stands a very good chance at pretty much anyone. But Casper Ruud's been shit hot. He's been shit hot, and he doesn't look like slowing down. I always say you've just got to ride things like this until the wheels fall off. Nothing to suggest Casper Ruud would get beat by Matteo Berrettini. If you're not that brave, you could just take him for a set. For a parlay piece, I've got Casper Ruud around 1.7, give or take. You let me know. Like I said, if you're going to say Casper Ruud's going to be tied for this one, then Matteo Berrettini's going to be just as tied because he's played the game today and Casper Ruud hasn't. So we shall see what happens with that one. With that being said, folks, I'm going to love you and leave you. Very well. I'll be saying good night to you. Appreciate you stopping by as always, taking the time. Like and subscribe. You take it easy, yeah? You take care of yourselves. You take care of one another, most importantly. Let's go get that cash, yeah? Don't know what I'm going for. I'll probably find something. You know me. I can't help myself. I can never say no to a good price. But you let me know what you're going for as well. Best bets, all that stuff. MLB, fucking NHL, you name it. It doesn't matter. We all like winners. But sound. Happy days. Let's go get that cash, yeah? You enjoy the matches today. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.